You are now entering the Thick Goddess Energy Morning Show. We in the building. High priestess in the building, didn't let my fears kill me. Transmuted my pain in that cleanse in the rain. Found out I was working and I conquered my demons. I accepted my purpose and the goddess I became. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. It's hump day. It's hump day. Wake the fuck up. It's the Big Goddess Energy Morning Show. I am your host, Ariana, aka Divine Moon Goddess. Yes, phase in the name out. This morning show is brought to you by Divine Moon Goddess Healers and Readings.com, where all your answers or all your questions get answered. Oh shit, I need to wake up, right? Now, remember, for the month of February, you can get any of my services at 25% off using code knowledge 444 at checkout. Okay. Don't miss the sale this morning. Okay. Um, don't miss this sale this month on services, all on my website, and most of them are more than 50%. You guys, I teach tarot, I teach mediumship and spiritual development, I teach what else do I teach? Shadow work. I also have a beautiful zodiac class that was created by my admin, and I have a beautiful chakra class that was created by my daughter who taught me. I also have chakra yoga classes available. So definitely go check them out. They're all pretty much over 50% off. So you don't want to miss out on those classes. I don't have any live classes coming up for the first half of 2022 because I am busy as fuck. Okay. So I probably will not have any live classes with myself until the fall. So we'll kind of look at that when it comes. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Michelle. Oh, it's on 3 a.m. where you're at. Damn, girl, where you at? Good morning, Mandy, Veronica. Thank you, Boo, about my name. Good morning, Rebecca, Joanne, Tiffany. Good morning, Evelyn, D. I am a spiritual. Uh, they have the term spiritual teacher, right? And yes, I'm a spiritual teacher. I love to teach. I love to teach what I know, but I am actually a spiritual facilitator. I just learn a bunch of shit and then I share the shit with everybody else. That's what I do. Good morning, Carol. All right, you guys. Tiara's in the building. Sasha, good morning. Beverly, good morning. You got your top fan badge. All right. Mandy, I don't know if I said good morning. So we're gonna talk about the scammers real quick again before we get into it, because apparently um, I have not got this to sink in. So those of you who are new to Divine Moon Goddess, there are always scammers creeping in the comments. What does that mean? That you're going to see people with names similar to mine, Divine Moon Goddess. It is not me. I will never message you guys, okay, through the comments saying, hey, send me a friend request. My Divine Moon Goddess Healers page are both business pages. You cannot send friend requests through those pages, you guys. Those you only can follow and click the notification bell if you don't want to miss my lives. You cannot, those cannot send friend requests. So please be mindful about that. There's all kind of scammers around. Anybody sending you messages through the comments or DMing you because you commented on my live talking about they have a reading for you. Please look at that as it's sketchy as fuck. Okay. I am live in the Soul Tribe as well today. I am streaming from StreamYard. And that means I'm streaming on 4 platforms. So I am on in the Soul Tribe live right now. I'm on the Divine Moon Goddess Healers and Readings business page. That's the official business page. And then I'm on Divine Moon Goddess page, which was my original business page. And I'm on my YouTube page, which is Thick Goddess Energy and Inspiration page on YouTube. So wherever you're watching, watch. No matter where you're watching, scammers are lurking. Okay. So please, 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 please understand that. Um, Block them. Okay. Facebook does nothing. Okay. And I'm not saying I don't want to know because I don't want to, block them myself. I actually do look through my notifications. I get hundreds of notifications in a day. It takes me time to get through all my notifications on my boxes. So I do look through it. When I catch them, I block them. But you guys get into the routine of blocking them. Even when you report them, Facebook does nothing. I get a message from Facebook saying it doesn't go against their community guidelines. So apparently it's okay for them to be shitty as fuck and scam. Okay. Yeah, the divine moon goddess with the DE is not me. You guys pay attention to the spelling. They always do something crazy with the spelling, as you see on the top of the page here, or where the top of the page where I'm at. That is the correct spelling. They will always put an underscore, a dot. They will change the name. They will take a D off. It'll be something weird that they do to the name. So you just have to question it. Use your gut, you guys, and just know these scammers have been here since the beginning. This is not new for my channel. They have always been here, and I've been on this channel for going on 3 years. So this is 3 years of fun of people fucking scamming and trying to scam. So we just need to become more diligent about asking questions before we fall for the okey doke. That's what we used to call it when we were smaller, right? The okey doke. Don't fall for the okey doke, okay? Okay. Facebook only gives a shit about accounts, so they could report that they have a bunch of accounts, and they only care about users being active. So if someone's an active user, even if they're scamming, Facebook doesn't give a shit. And they care about ad revenue. So if you've noticed, Facebook has changed to where they're pushing ads, ads, ads. All you see is ads all fucking day long, or they're pushing for people to be active. So as their business, that's them. So there was a time where I actually could report and send information in, and I can't even do that. They stopped that. So it is what it is, y'all. It is what it is, right? Yeah, Facebook, I'm telling you, Facebook doesn't do anything. I get the messages back from Facebook saying so and so reported, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, but that doesn't mean, it doesn't go against our community guidelines. So blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, whatever. There's a couple people I've even blocked, and for some reason they still have access to my page, even though I banned them from my page, supposedly click the button to ban them from my page. But apparently they still have access to comment and message you guys. So just getting, I would get into the habit of blocking them so they cannot harass you anymore. I don't know what else to do on Facebook. There's nobody else to complain to. There's nobody else to reach out to, unless I do a news show maybe. Maybe we do need to do some uncover. What is it? What is it? Some news show to show. Can you guys hear me and everything okay and see me? I feel like my internet is kind of in and out right now. You guys let me know if you can see me and hear me. Good morning, Nene. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It pisses me off. Um, but what are we going to do right now? What are my options right now? I don't know. So, good morning. Now that we've discussed the scammers, right? Now that we have got that out of the way. So, please, you guys, especially you guys that are new to me, just keep blocking and move along, right? I can't see any top fan badges or share badges right now. Just I want to say thank you guys to coming on, supporting the morning show, listening, right? And also share my shit out, because Facebook definitely has changed the algorithm. So has YouTube. So when you start speaking some real shit, they don't want people to hear you, right? So it's okay. It's okay. But you guys, thank you so much for all your shares and likes that you do. I do appreciate it. You guys hear me good? Okay. So I kept telling you guys we were going to start talking about twin flame. So we're gonna start talking about it today. We're gonna talk about some basics, and then my next one I will get into some tips. I will get into some tips about twin flame. But today I want to talk about this serious probably part about twin flame that I see going on. Good morning, Debbie. Good morning, Shondell. Good morning, Arby. Arby, I'm always in the mood. And if you come with your shenanigans today, I will kick you off my live. I'm in a mood every motherfucking day. It's called I'm happy, but I don't deal with bullshit. So if that's a mood, then hell yeah, I'm in a mood every motherfucking day. I do appreciate I do appreciate the loyalty. You guys could fucking, watch anyone. You could spend your time anywhere. You could do fucking anything you want to. So I do appreciate it. So let's get into this twin flame stuff, right? The title today is on twin flames, but today I want to talk about, is it real or is it just an excuse? Okay, that's what we're going to talk about today about the twin flame. And the reason why is because a lot of people do use the twin flame as an excuse to deal with a bunch of bullshit, right? That's not what the twin flame dynamic is. You guys got to be careful. I get a lot of twin flames that come to me, whether you call them twin flames, divine union, fucking, some people will even label your connection karmic because of the way it is. Um, it doesn't matter the title or the name, or it matters where you at in your heart space with somebody, not your ego, because there's a difference between what your ego wants and what your heart wants. There's a difference between what your ego is processing and what your heart is processing, right? um so when you're going crazy and you're trying to get answers, because most people are trying to get answers and they come across the twin flame dynamic information. Some people just come across it and feel like that's it, and so, oh, this must be twin flame. There's a big, huge difference. One of the biggest pieces to twin flame dynamics is to show you what unconditional love is, right? But unconditional love doesn't mean let somebody drag you through the mud, let somebody beat the shit out of you, let somebody steal your money, and none of that. It doesn't mean that. Okay. I'm not saying there is not no twin flame dynamics out there that didn't get toxic as fuck and do some crazy shit, right? But the twin flame like dynamic, that's not what it's for. It's not to go crazy, fuck somebody's shit up, fuck somebody's house up because, oh, that's my twin flame. I own them. You know what I mean? Like, oh, that's my twin flame, so I get to sit here and creep, go through their girl or their boy's phone, creeping and become a fucking investigator in their life. Just because somebody is your twin flame doesn't give you the rights to disrespect them as well. You got to take a step back when it comes to this twin flame stuff. So, um, twin flame is intense. It is very intense. And sometimes it can, twin flame for me is just the same as any divine partner that comes into your life, even someone that you owe karma, because you have karma with the twin. Some people think twin flames don't have karma. Some people think twin flames is just going to be all bubbly and fucking rainbows and you guys have nothing to work through. And to me, in my experience, it's bullshit. It may start out good for 2 seconds. You may get a couple good years, but somewhere down the line, some part of your karma with this person will be triggered. It doesn't always happen in the beginning, and it doesn't always happen years down the line. Everybody's journey is unique. And this is why there's so much fluff out there about twin flames, because people just sell shit. Oh, it's cool. Let's just sell the twin flame. Get your twin flame back in 90 days. Get your twin in, 6 months. Do my 3-month course and get your twin. No, I'm going to tell you, if you don't do the work for you, you're not getting no twin back. Get the fuck out of here. If you're doing shit because I want to get my twin back, so I'm going to be a better person. already your intentions are fucked up. Okay. You can't lie to anybody. Okay, you could lie to everybody, but you can't lie to spirit. Spirit sees through all the bullshit. So you could sit here all day and be like, okay, yeah, I'm doing me, but in the back of your mind, your intentions are, I'm getting better because I want my twin to come back. I'm getting better for my twin. It doesn't fucking work like that. You got to really want to change and change your own fucked up behaviors too, right? So there you go, D. There you go. So, there's a big difference. And some are similar. I've only had the other strong relationship I had was my kid's father. And there are some similarities in the dynamic that I have felt with my twin, except the part of going through all the craziness, hurt, cheating, and shit like that. You know what I mean? That I haven't gone through, you know. I just feel like it's two very different um places and two very different lessons. Sometimes it is repeating karma. Sometimes it is repeating the karma you have with this person. Sometimes it's paying karma with this person. Sometimes you're just coming into this life to learn some shit from this person. And I do believe that every relationship needs work, but we're talking about how people use the twin flame title to allow themselves to go through shit, right? There's a difference between understanding who your twin is. One, I feel like a lot of people need to work on a friendship first. Take that romantic shit out of it for a second. Because there's going to be things that your twin is going to do that's going to piss you the fuck off, and you will start to hate this person because it pisses you off. But you got to sit and ask yourself, why is it pissing you off? Why is this person pissing me off? Well, because they're not showing up to be the person you want them to be, first of all, right? Once you start looking in the mirror, you're going to start to see some things. You're going to be like, I'm pissed off and mad at this person because they can't show up for me. One, that's we're selfish in that moment, right? Because we're thinking about us. We're not thinking about them or what they're going through or what they're struggling in the inside. We don't give a fuck. We just give a fuck about ourselves. That's all we care about. We're very selfish fucking people, okay? We say we're caring. We say we care about others, but it's all about us, right? Yes. Yes, Shondell. Don't forget to show up for you today. Boom! I fucking love it. Oh, you saw number 33. Uh-huh. Yeah, I love the number 33. Number 33 is my number, and it's connected to the Ascended Masters. When I first looked up that number, that's what I got. The message I got was that it was connected to the Ascended Masters. And I was like, oh shit, okay. Hmm. And people don't realize why separation, because even me and my twin dynamic, there's times now I'm like, damn, why are we still in separation, right? And I will tell you that um it just is. There's a lot of this shit you guys can't do with your twin. You can't. You guys actually would make it worse if you did it together. You have to really look at yourself. The separation is hard as fuck, and it puts a lot of there's this kind of energy that comes in to push you to want to be better with them there or not, right? And you start to look in the mirror and you start to pick apart yourself. One, you got to work through that shit, right? You got to work through that shit. You got to work through, where do you feel like you're not stepping up to the plate, or who you're not. Because when you and the twin are separated, you go through all of these insecurities. You go through all of these moments of feeling like you're not enough. Why am I not enough? You beat yourself up. But those are the very things that you got to work on. Those are the very hurts and pains that you have to work through in the separation. Now, if you're doing the work, a lot of people get caught on time. Oh, well, I'm getting older. I want kids. I want to be married. Again, those are all your selfish thoughts. They're yours, right? It's not what you want. It's not all about you. It's a dynamic. It's about your person also. What do they want? What are they going through as well? It can't always be you. And I know we always feel like we're doing too much or we're giving too much or we've given too much, right? And this is why the friendship is so fucking crucial. You guys need each other in that way to be there to support each other, not tear each other down. In the beginning, you have to realize that in your twin flame dynamic. If it is a true twin flame dynamic, you won't want to be toxic. You won't want to hurt this person. You won't want to do shit to fucking lose this person. You will start to change the way you speak to this person. Because some of you will notice that you say some very fucked up shit to people. That's not loving. Everything that we do, as far as the twin flame dynamic, is for us to push to get into this more understanding, compassionate, patience kind of energy. So when you're losing your shit, right? What are you really mad at? See, and we talked yesterday about throwing tantrums and not getting what we want and things like that, right? So a lot of times it gets frustrating. And let me tell you, I've been there. I've been there, frustrated in this dynamic, frustrated as fuck, right? But you got to come back to what is the deeper shit that you need to work through? What is the deeper shit that you need to look at? And twin flame doesn't mean that, oh, I'm going to allow this person to treat me like shit. But let me tell you, you're not going to get your way in it either. Like, that is one of the realest shit ever. You won't get your way. You're not just going to wake up and this person is going to be like perfectly and you guys are going to run down the fucking aisle. And I would tell twins, like, if that's what you want, if all you want is marriage and kids, go find another soulmate, because the twin flame dynamic is so much more than that. So I have the biggest advice to start, and I'm going to take a couple morning shows so we could get through a lot, because there's a lot on twin flames. Okay, there's a lot of information and a lot of bullshit out there on twin flames. Be careful of people selling you bullshit about twin flames. Be careful of people trying to sell you how to get them back, because they should be teaching you how to heal yourself and look within, not teach you how to get your twin back. You can't get your twin back by doing shit like that. It's not going to work, okay? Be careful of anyone selling you spell work, telling you your spell work is going to work. Spell work doesn't work on twins, just letting y'all know. Um, I actually use a website called seek.com. It's Seek. Um, I'm going to put it in the comments. I actually use this. I like this one because you actually could see the moon phases on this one. I'm going to put it in the comments. But good morning. Right, right, right. You have to build a friendship. Um, That is so important, because you guys, your energies will assist each other in so many ways. And if you can find a way to not beat each other down because of your shortcomings, if you can find a way to just be there for each other as you both go through your lessons and your path, a lot of you will hear a lot of DMs or divine feminines, should I say, that will go, "Oh, they're not doing the work. I got to do all the work." Sometimes that is the case, not all the time. Sometimes we forget that maybe they're right where they need to be. We say to ourselves, "Oh, they're not doing what they need to do, otherwise we'd be together." What if that's not the case? What if they are exactly where they need to be, and what if you are exactly where you need to be? We don't want to acknowledge that. That can't be a possibility, that right now we need to be alone, because that's not what we want. So we're not going to look at it in that way, right? And there's nothing wrong with soulmates. I don't want anyone to ever feel like you got to search for this twin flame. and you can't be with a soulmate, do not pass up a great love because you're searching for this ultimate fucking connection. And that's the other thing about a lot of people is they're searching for this twin flame connection. Twin flame connection is hard as fuck, and it is not for the weak. I will tell you, it is not for the fucking weak. You cannot be weak and be in this twin flame dynamic. You will fucking crumble every time. You will fucking break yourself down every time. You will do dumb shit every fucking time. It's not for the weak. Um, DA, are you talking about your twin or are you just talking about your soulmate, the previous soulmate? If my thing is, you don't have to be afraid to date, but if you know you're not ready to date, don't date. People get very scared about being alone, and I get it. Nobody wants to be alone at the end of the day, but sometimes you need to be alone. Sometimes that's exactly what you want. So you got to kind of understand, if you get to this point and everything you say is blaming your twin, everything is your twin's fault, it's all on your twin is the reason, there's some shit you're not looking at. There's some shit you're not seeing. There's some shit that you're overlooking. So it's okay to have a twin. It's okay to know him. Or her, okay? But don't want a twin flame over a soulmate. Because I can tell you, anyone who's in a true twin flame dynamic will tell you that shit is hard as fuck, and it hurts. And it hurts because of all of our expectations, all of our pre-programming that we have to strip away. You know how much pre-programming you have to fucking strip away for a twin flame dynamic to work? You got to strip away everything that you fucking think you know, everything that you grew up, all your traditions, everything that you fucking have. You have to basically strip all that shit away because it doesn't make fucking sense. It's not logical fucking sense. It doesn't make sense. And you have to accept a lot of things, right? Good morning, Daniela. That's not easy. So there's a lot of people searching for these twin flames. And I'm like, why are you passing up a soulmate? Have this beautiful time with this soulmate. You may never want to leave this soulmate. The twin flame is not just the ultimate soulmate that everything's going to be fucking cosmically beautiful. And don't get me wrong, the twin flame connection is fucking out of this world. That's why people deal with a lot of shit in a twin flame connection. But I still don't ever believe that it's a reason to allow yourself, because there's some truths to it, right? When we say somebody mirrors us, what people don't want to realize is, if your person is a fucked up person and that's your twin, guess what? Somewhere in you, you're on their level, you're on their vibration. You and your person, just like soulmates, you are not coming into the same vibration with someone who is shitty and you don't have something shitty as fuck about you. That's the reality of it. Nobody wants to be in that reality. Nobody wants to admit, oh yeah, I'm a fucked up person at times. No, I'm loving, I'm caring, I'm always this. No, you're not. Not with that fucked up soulmate. There's something about you that you do that you inside internally is kind of fucked up. And until you start looking in the mirror and realize that there's no moving forward. There's no more moving there. You can't. You're stuck. It's not. See, the thing about it is, we take it as we're fucking up the connection, but we're not. The connection is meant to go a certain way. Your twin flame connection is meant to be a fucking roller coaster. You know why? Because if it was easy, it wouldn't be a fucking experience. If it was all easy, it would be too easy. That's not what it's for. If it was easy, would you be pushed to change? No, you wouldn't change because it's fucking easy. Why would I change? Me and my person are together. We're happy. Why am I going to change? It is the mirror of your twin that shows you who you truly are. And most of the time, we don't like that. That's scary as fuck. And it's hurtful to see who we truly are. And your twin will show you who you truly are, as you will show them who they truly are. That's why people run. That's why people get ghost. It's too hard to look in that mirror. There's no running with the twin flame. Your karmic partners or your just other soulmates, you can fucking fake that shit till you make it, right? But eventually that karma will come up. Eventually it will play out, even in a regular soulmate connection. You can't escape karma. Karma's always there. Okay. D, you still got a lot of anger towards your twin. If that's your real twin, boo, you're gonna have to go deeper with that. You're gonna have to go deeper with that. Because I know you keep calling her a narcissistic cunt, but I'm telling you, you guys, one thing that I know for sure when it comes to a twin flame dynamic, you both have similar things about yourself. And the very things that you hate about the person, when you do the work, you will realize that you have the same shitty things about you. That is one of the harshest parts of a twin flame dynamic. Most people don't want to realize that, and most people don't want to admit that shit. It's a very harsh realization to be like, damn, that I could be this fucked up, that I truly am this fucked up inside, that I have the ability to be this fucked up inside. It's a harsh, but I have way too many twin flames that I've dealt with and work with, even myself, where I've had to really, and when we say do the work, I'm not talking about that superficial bullshit. That superficial bullshit that everybody else does. Oh, I'm good. I'm better. No, you're not. Get into that motherfucking soul. Get deep into that soul. You ain't good. When you look into the soul and you start seeing all the shit you've done, all the shit that you've created, all the shit that you fucked up in life, not just this life, past lives, you're getting down to the good stuff. You're working through the good stuff, right? So, Daniela, I used to be, there was a time where I was like, fuck this twin flame shit. The reason why you get to that point is because you don't want to look in the mirror. You don't want to answer to the shit. You don't want to see that you possibly could be just as fucked up as the other person. It's the truth. It's the truth. Some of the shit I used to be mad at my twin, I would get caught doing it. And it's crazy because I never would see it. I would just justify my own shit. And my daughter would call me out on it. My daughter would call my ass out on it. And she'd be like, the very thing you're bitching, that's you. She's like, you're describing yourself. And I remember having to sit back like, wait, what? Very things sometimes that we're mad at our twins are the very things that we do. We don't see it because we're doing it. We don't see it because we don't want to see it. We just want to blame the other person. It's easier to blame somebody else. It's easier to pick apart what somebody else did wrong. It's easier to sit on our high horse and be like, no, it's not me. I'm doing the work. No, it's not me. I changed. No, it's not me. I'm loving. But in reality, we're not. We didn't do the work. Not yet. Not really. Every year I go through these realizations of my selfishness. I'm a very selfish person. I am. I'm a very selfish person. I used to be this overly giving person. And then I turned into this very selfish, it's about me person. But there's two extremes to that, right? So there's nothing wrong with taking care of yourself, but then there when you shut everybody out and turn into just me and I don't want to deal with anybody else, you kind of create this new energy now that you got to deal with. So when we're talking about the twin flame, it's not bad or good. It's to push you to be a better person. And there's no running from your darkness. And when we talk about our darkness, because we all have the ability to be shitty, we all have the ability to murder, we all have the ability to lie, to cheat, to steal. We all have that shit within us. I don't give a fuck if you're Mother Teresa, okay? We all have that ability within us, right? So if we know that, we start to embrace it and we understand that we start to control that instead of going to those places, instead of becoming the shitty person, instead of lashing out, instead of being hurt. Because some of you guys, I hear you. You're still talking shit about your twin flames. There has to be a point where you forgive. You can't hate your twin. If you hate your twin, you hate yourself. Anybody that you hate, anybody that you despise, you hate, is triggering something within yourself that you need to work on. You know? And that's the fucking truth about it. Nobody wants to talk about that. Nobody wants to deal with that part. Nobody wants to go there because too many people are selling this fluffy ass fucking spirituality. Fluffy ass spirituality that all you do is kumbaya. And let me tell you, I love the kumbaya. I do. But it's not fucking real. This shit gets dirty. This shit gets muddy. This fucking path will take you down some harsh ass shit. And you got to stand in that. And that's where you grow your strength. Because you thought you were strong, but not till you hit a twin flame dynamic. And I'm not saying again that anybody needs to go chase twin flame dynamics. Don't. You could do the work without a twin flame dynamic. Just really, really go within. Really, really do the work. Really, really go with, like, instead of it always being somebody else of what they did, really look at some things that you've done. Look at some ways you've reacted in a situation. Okay? I think at some point you have to stop dating. Um, there was a point where I had to be honest with myself, and I said, "What's the common denominator in all my failed dating experiences? Why is it the same type of person keeps coming towards me, right?" And I actually gave up. Like, nope, I'm done. I'm done. I got to figure this out within myself. Common denominator was me. Wasn't nobody else. It was me. Last year in January 2021, I was like, what's the common denominator when I look back in all these years, 20 something years of me being single? When I look back, what is the common denominator in all this? Me. I'm the common fucking denominator. And I used to sit and think, man, I'm such a good person, and I'm smart, and I'm this, and I'm like, what the fuck? But I had all of this immaturity about my emotions, immature in my emotions. I spazzed out. I was impatient with people. You can feel that energetically. I wasn't sincere with people. Why? Because my heart wasn't open. So, how the fuck do you call in love when you're not even open to receive love? You can't. It's bullshit, right? So, what my twin is showing me is that I needed to put in some work, and I'm still not there yet. I'm still not 100% there. Because every time, every few months, Spirit is like, oh, see, look at this. This is something else you need to work on. And I'm like, whatever, just whatever. I get my attitudes too. I'm like, damn, when is this work going to be done? But you have to keep going within. You have to keep coming to this space. And what I've noticed for myself is that I will get into like, fuck it then. Fuck this shit. And then I have to remember, like, that's not the way to go. That's old behavior. That's old thought process. The old way of thinking, the old way of doing stuff is saying, fuck it all. Not to go back to those old ways. So friendship is key. How can you be a friend to a twin that doesn't want you, right? That's one of the biggest things. And it's not that your twin doesn't want you. It's that your twin has to deal with a lot of shit. Sometimes they're not ready for you. Sometimes they're afraid to be with you. Sometimes they're afraid to disappoint you. Sometimes they're afraid of the connection, right? Oh yeah, D. It is a process, boo. This shit ain't no overnight process. It ain't, you're not gonna wake up and be, oh, I'm magically fucking healed. That's not gonna happen, right? Oh, thank you, Mandy. I just gotta pop that up there. Aw. Evelyn, you know I did not send you a fucking friend request right now. Forgiveness is one of the biggest things in a twin flame dynamic. Um, if whoever you are mad at, whoever you hate, if you hate your twin, let me tell you, you're really far from your path. You can't. There's no way. Anyone that you hate, despise, those are the first people that you need to try to work through. And I'm not saying write them a letter. I mean, you could write them a letter, but I'm not saying go to them or call them up or deal with, and spark up some shit. But forgiveness is big because everything of teaching, spiritual teachings that I've come across, whether it be Asia, whether it be Hindu, whether it be Buddha, Buddhism, everything that you look at, unconditional love is there over and over and over. Compassion is there over and over and over. Understanding is there over and over and over and over. Even when you can't understand somebody, you have to try to understand. We don't ever know what's going in somebody's mind. We don't know what they've been through. There's things that people don't tell us. We think we know it all. Oh, I know this person. I've been with this person years. I know everything about this person until they tell you some shit that you're just like, what the fuck? I never knew that about you. Because there's things that people are not ready to talk about. There's things that people have carried. There's things that people have blocked. They don't even know that they have it there. They don't even know why they're doing it. There's shit in people's past lives. They don't even know why they do what they do. Elise, hey boo. 3-year relationship. I've had a 3-year relationship, 7 years, then 13, and now I've been with Josh for 13. I'm very impatient. That's never been my strong suit. And normally I do things to push away. I still have walls up. Yeah. One of my problems was I would push away really quickly. And that's a survival mode. You get into survival mode. And when you get into survival mode, all you want to do is survive the moment, survive a connection. You don't want to get hurt again, right? And so we don't realize it that that's where we're in. We don't realize that we're in survival mode, right? And that's where we have to switch out of. We have to get out of that. I'm trying to survive and I'm trying to save myself. Because the twin flame dynamic is going to show us that it's not about saving yourself, it's so much bigger than that. My ex confirmed twin flame was about 2 years ago. My recent booze fuckery was literally this week. I'm not angry. I'm not even sad anymore. Just sharing. You know what? The reason why I say that, D, is I listen to the words that you use. Words are everything. All right. Words are everything, and words speak volumes. And I've seen a lot of your comments on your ex, and I will tell you, no matter how gifted any one of us are, we never can really confirm your twin flame for you. You have to be the one to confirm who's your twin flame and who isn't. Who's the karmic partner, who isn't. Who you had a fucked up soul contract or who you didn't. But I watch words and I listen to words and I pay attention to words. Words are huge. You know, that shit people told us when we were little, oh, sticks and stones may break your bones, but words will never hurt you. That's bullshit. Words fucking cut. Words hurt. And they're powerful. What we speak is powerful. And I've realized that about a lot of shit. What we choose to say is everything, right? Exactly. Man, it's easy. That's why I said it's easy to point somebody else's shit out. In a twin flame dynamic, you can't do that. Your twin is going to show you your true fucked up self all the time. The bad part about it is most divine feminines think because they watch tarot, or they get readings, or they buy, they're a little spiritual and got some crystals, that they're all elevated and shit. They're more awakened than their divine masculine, and the divine masculine needs to do this. I was one of those. Fucking retarded. When I look back, I'm like, damn. And maybe I shouldn't say that word, but I do look back and I'm just like, man, why was my ego so big to think I was so elevated, right? That I was so elevated. And we do that. We sit in this energy like we're also elevated over someone else, and we're not elevated, we're not more because we know about a couple crystals and shit. No, it's so much more than that. It's so deeper than that. I know. Hey, boo. And it is because you have to go through your traumas. And people don't understand. It's like, why do I need to go through all this? Why do I need to face my fears? That's how the twin flame dynamic is designed. Hey, Lila, good morning, boo. That's how it's designed. Ask your creator why. Don't be asking anybody out here why. Get into meditation and ask your creator the whys. Why does it have to be like this? But ask yourself, you know yourself. Some of you guys are hard headed as fuck. Could it have been any easier for you? Well, right. And that's fine, Penny. You don't have to take people back. And a lot of people think forgiveness means to deal with someone, right? Oh, if I forgive this person, I got to let them back in my life. No, you don't. And then people think because you cut ties with them that you have a grudge. No, I don't. I'm actually living fine. I've just cut the cord with you and I don't feel like you need to have a place in my life. And that is okay. That's actually a healthy way to do things. Forgive somebody and let them go, but they don't need to have a space in your life. They don't need to come back. I don't care if it's your mother. I don't care who it is. A lot of people make it seem like you need to forgive and patch things up. You need to deal with them. No, it's like, no, I can deal with you from afar and it'll be just fine. And that's okay because boundaries are key. Healthy boundaries are key. The thing about it is not healing to patch it up to deal with somebody's bullshit again. No, that's a repetitive cycle that you'll keep going through, right? Yeah, past lives are huge on affecting us. My relationship is something which I think I will do in due time, but been unhappy for a long time, and now I'm finally ready for make changes. You know, one of the things in relationships, Elise, one of the things I ask, you know, even clients on one on one is write your whys. Write your whys. What's making you so unhappy? If you start to see that your unhappiness is caused by expectation, that is something to work on. If you find that your unhappiness is coming from where because you feel you should be in a different place in this relationship, again, tied to expectation, then know that that is something that you should work on. If you notice that something has changed and shifted, because sometimes we come out of alignment with the people that we love. Sometimes our relationship just isn't going to hey boo.
Hey, good morning.
Hey,
I
hey.
couldn't not be on this topic after this week, so I was like, let me get my ass up. It's one of my days to sleep in, but I'm like, let me get my ass up.
You're like, why not?
Why
So
not? Exactly.
At least just real quick on this point of if you wake up in your relationship and you realize that something has changed, remember, we can grow out of alignment with people. Same thing with friends, same thing with family. And sometimes they're not meant to go with us on our journey. Sometimes, you know, especially in relationship, when someone is elevating, the other one has to do the same or it starts to fall apart. That's kind of how it works. That's why you hear people say, oh, it's not the same anymore. We don't want the same things. And so you have to come to this decision of if someone is not willing to go with you, how much more do you, because it is preventing you, right, from going to the next stages. But you do have to come to this place of kind of figuring it all out. But I can tell you if all your unhappiness revolves around your expectations, that's something else you got to work through because no relationship works just on expectations of what you should be. And when someone doesn't live up to those expectations, you start getting disappointed. You create disappointment within your life and your relationship when you do that. Okay, so just putting that out there. Don't know if that's what you're going through, but this is why I love catching your shows because you know if I can't relate, it's nearly impossible. I relate in so many ways. Insight is the real past, no bullshit. The way you word things is impact. Oh, thank you, boo. I felt alone in my relationship. Feels like we've been in limbo, just going with the flow for a while. We were having sex. We slept in different rooms. We weren't. Maybe you weren't. We hardly talked. I think I grew out of it. Probably.
Oh,
Um, Yeah, and a lot of times that's a big phase. You're no longer connected or the chemistry is no longer there. You don't have that pull to that person no more. And that's a lot of the coming out of alignment with someone. Same thing, relationships are the same with any soulmate. And we say this, you sometimes, some people are just not meant to go, with you on the next journey. And you
Right.
have to learn how to let go, even on a relationship, which is hard, right? Because we don't want to let go. We don't want to face our failure of a partnership, right? We think we're failing. And sometimes we need to go ahead and let go of that, and walk away. And that's hard. I know it's not easy.
I mean, certain friendships are that way too. There's a time and a season for everything. You want certain people to be there for you forever, but they have phased out their season. Seasons come, seasons go. You learn, you grow. They're not there for you. They're not supposed to be there for you on that path. Like for instance, right now, like my best friend and I, we're travel buddies, right? We're travel nurses, but I'm out here on the West Coast by myself. She had a abort mission. I'm here by myself, and there's a reason why I'm here by myself. So even with that, yeah, at first, the first Sunday I got here, I mean, it was hard trying to navigate by myself in this huge ass city, but I'm learning, and that's the whole point. It's something here that I've got to learn for myself. And it wasn't until kind of like yesterday, as I'm sitting in the bathroom out of all places, that I realized there's still more healing that little me has to do. So it's just like, at that at that point in time, we might not see it, but and then all of a sudden it just hits you like a ton of bricks, and spirit's like, hey,
Right.
wake up, and it's amazing once you get that download. It's amazing once you're able to see it, because it's just like my 2 to 6 year old self is still crying for love, you
Right.
know, and
Right.
so you know, looking back at my past and when I was 2 and 6, I didn't have it. I didn't learn to love who I am. And here I am out here by myself, meeting all these people, trying to figure out who I am, because I lost myself in my previous marriage. I was, we were taught, people are in my age generation. I might not look like it, but I'm more close to my 40s than I am my 20s. But back then we were taught to, wait on our husbands, wait on our boyfriends, cater to them, make sure, they were taken care of, make sure the kids were taken care of, make sure this. But what about us? What about essentially us? Because at the end of the day, if we collapse and fall and something happens to us, who's there to pick us up?
Right. Right.
And so, and it's like here, it's just like I have nobody to depend on. It's just me. So if I need something, I have to learn how to pick myself up, do what I got to do, and go with the flow, and just go with the flow. So day by day, since I've been here since Sunday, I'm discovering new things. I'm learning new people. I met a girl yesterday, and we were all of a sudden talking about crystals and stuff. And I was like, oh my God, it's amazing. Because, like, I was just drawn to her on Sunday when I met her. And it's just like, not Sunday, Monday, I was just drawn to her. But it's just like, just yeah, like, if I didn't take this leap of faith and just trust spirit, who would have known?
Right.
Who would have
Right.
known? And sometimes we have to do that. I mean, it's hard, essentially hard. Letting go of every relationship is hard, but it's also a teaching point. And that teaching point, when you get the aha teaching point, when they show you, what you're supposed to do for you, it's
Right.
it's pretty damn amazing.
Right. Right. So, this path is crazy. And like I said, we're definitely gonna do a couple parts of the twin flame thing, because there's so much to talk about it. But the biggest things I wanted to focus today was on not to get caught up in the twin flame as romantic. Exactly. Because twin flames it doesn't always have to be. The problem is, yes, it's your divine counterpart in that aspect, where there's a masculine and feminine. And I'm not talking about gender, I'm talking about energy, right? There's that aspect, right? But if that's all you focus on is the romanticism, the partner, the life partner, in that way, you will never do the work. That's all you'll be focused on: the marriage, the kids, the house, the home, and you'll get lost in that. And that's what sets you up for failure, because all you keep thinking about is why we're not together. Why not? Blah, 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 blah. That's all you think about.
Right.
And you get focused on that. If you start off as, how can I build a friendship with this person right now? How can we support each other in our paths right now? That is going to take you further than getting caught up on the romanticism of it. And sometimes people choose to be that friend because they don't want to fuck it up. There's things, there's levels. And if you know, the twin flame dynamic, especially getting on a sexual level with the twin, opens up a fucking boatload of fucking karma. Okay.
Hmm.
Opens up karma out the fucking ass, right? And you're just like,